All right, packing up to be with my team for at least 2 weeks. So driving up to northern Florida, and this is what I'm used to. I've done this for 4.5 years, staying in Airbnbs and hotels and running my door-to-door team and just knocking doors, selling deals. So I'm packing up right now. Just wanted to record how this goes and make a little video out of it. All right, taking off. I'm listening to a podcast with the owner of Alpha Elite and Mike Thurston for the beginning of this drive, but I'm excited. And we've got arrival time, looks like 10 p.m. I might stop before that in Tallahassee and just get a hotel, break it up. I've been getting pretty good sleep lately. Like, I hit 8 hours for the first time last week. It was 8.5 hours. And then last night I got like 7 hours and 3 minutes. Like, dude, but you gotta understand, growing up, I was talking to my mom, I don't think I've slept over 7 hours since I was like an infant. And even then, maybe, right? Because you keep waking up as a baby. But I sort of figured it out and I'm hyped about it. So I use the Oura Ring to track it. And basically what's worked for me is just, you do have to go to bed earlier. Because no matter what, if you go to bed late, you just can't sleep past a certain time. Like, personally, I don't set an alarm. All my meetings are late enough where I get to wake up naturally. It's just, call me whatever you want, but I don't think that sacrificing your sleep for waking up earlier matters if your waking hours are effective. Like, some people wake up at 6 a.m. and then they do something that's not even effective all day, like work some 9-to-5 job or whatever. It's like, what was the point, dude? But if every waking hour you're working, then does it really matter when you wake up? Especially if you're not sleeping 10 hours, which for me, like, isn't even possible anyway. So I work pretty much until I go to sleep. Sometimes like 30 minutes to an hour before I go to bed is the time that I'll, kick back, I'll watch a show, or I'll even play a game or something like that. But for the most part, I work until I go to sleep, and then I wake up and work. So the only time I'm not working is like when I'm in the gym. It really feels like that. All right, so just hit my first charging stop. Probably been driving about an hour and a half. And on the way here, I made a lot of phone calls. I even added leads for my callers. But yeah, just constantly working when I'm driving, or just doing something. Like last night I played basketball for the first time in a long time. We played like 5 games and I'm banged up like bad. So I think it's a good day to kind of just be sitting for the day and recover. But, listen to a podcast the whole time. I just started a Patrick Bet-David one. And, I just think of drive time as like, it's so much of our lives, most of us that drive, that you could either waste it by listening to the same 10 songs over and over again, or you can use it as like a university. Like, I swear, I learned sales. I learned how to be a top sales guy 75% at least in the car, just driving, listening to a some sort of podcast. And then if I'm not listening to like training or something like that, or an audiobook, I'm making phone calls, like I'm working. Working, obviously, it doesn't always require looking at the phone, but phone calls, huge. So it's been a few hours, and man, I forget how much like silent time, how helpful it is. And time away from home too. There's just thoughts you're gonna have that you're just not gonna have at home. Surrounded by distractions, your TV's right there, your friends are right around you, the restaurants, whatever. So this forces you to like think, and I found some oversights in my business that are costing me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Literally, I just made like 3 phone calls that made me realize I have hundreds of thousands of dollars in the pipeline just like not moving, and I've made a mistake, trusting but not verifying. It's like the whole thing about starting a company is you can't do it alone, but a lot of entrepreneurs have a hard time letting go of control, and it's for exactly this reason, where you let go of control, but maybe someone doesn't do exactly what you wanted to do. And it can cost you everything. In this case, it's costing me hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue. And so like I learned, just like trust but verify. Look, I think you can take this whole department, do it, but definitely schedule some time either that week, that month, to verify everything. And you do that by just going through that process of what they're supposed to be doing. As the owner of the company, you can just say, hey, step aside, let me do this for a day or for an hour, 30 minutes, and you go, oh my God, something could have been done way more efficiently, or something's not being done that should be, or we can make these improvements. So you have to be able to do that. And that's, I think, an oversight that I had that's like, honestly, I feel like an idiot because it's such an important part of our business and it was slacking. But there's something exciting about that too, because if we've survived without that, now how are we going to do that we have it? So just, man, I love the alone time. Look at these roads, dude. Like, just reminds me of growing up. No houses around, just rural. And I love it. So I'll probably be stopping up here soon in Tallahassee, getting a hotel, because I don't want to be driving I could make it tonight, but it'd be really late when I get back. I'd have to go right to sleep, and I want to get some work done before I do that. So our appointment setters, our callers are setting appointments, which is just a beautiful thing. So I've had 3 appointments set from today. One is rescheduled, one wouldn't answer to confirm, and then one of my reps is going to the next one. So it's something, and I'm excited about it. All right, just did my last charge before Tallahassee, and it's funny, I've had a Tesla among other cars for like 5 years, and it used to be that, I was worried about like rednecks, freaking conservative, not to be political, but those were the type that I was like, oh, they give me weird looks and whatever, big truck guys, right? And now it's like, I was at a truck stop in nowhere, Florida, bunch of rednecks, and I'm walking up. I started having that same feeling like, oh, they probably think I'm some wimp with this Tesla. But then I remembered they're actually on the Tesla side, and I have to worry about the other side, the people that used to love Teslas. And it's just kind of funny. Like, they have like a truce with, at least Republicans have like a truce with Tesla because of Elon and Trump and that whole thing. So kind of funny. But yeah, just getting work done. I mean, following up with customers, just trying to get them to sign up, and they're all answering me. I've had some good conversations. So just using this drive time to, learn, get motivated, and get some work done. Even though you're driving, like, you can get so much stuff done, man. Just made it to the hotel. It's like 9:30. I was working the whole time, and then took a call with Mom for a little while at night, but we made it, and pretty sweet room. Stayed here before. I really like it. I think E hooked me up with the room because we were just talking about, it was just chopping it up with the lobby owner, talking about how I have 2 last names and how it can be confusing and stuff, whatever. But yeah, I feel productive today. Team didn't sell any deals, although 2 of our virtual appointments rescheduled. So, one of them sat, and I had to finish up because of dinner, but my closer didn't show the numbers, and he scheduled it out for later, which is a great sign. So these are 2 interested people, which is just awesome. So 2 out of 3 that appointment sat. 1 rescheduled and 1 sat. The other one we didn't even go to, but it didn't confirm. But it's looking pretty good. So, I was just thinking right now, there's a lot of, I don't know what that DM was about, but there's a lot of door-to-door guys. I've been in door-to-door for over 5 years now, and you make incredible money. And there's some dogs in this industry. If you're watching this in door-to-door, you know who they are, that are just like veterans. They've been in this for 10, 15, 20 years. But dude, their life just doesn't excite me. They make great money every year. And they love what they do, but it's not enough for me, because there is a cap. Like with door to door, there is a cap, and it's just how much is your time worth. So I think it's a great spot for 99% of people that get into it, just to make your money, invest it, get out and live financially free, and just go do something that you're passionate about. Build a little coffee shop, little business, whatever you really love to do. Or just work some easy job, or don't work at all, just keep investing your money. But not for me. I just have way bigger goals, and door to door, doing door to door myself, I don't think will get me there. However, teaching other people to do it is one way, but another even more scalable way is to do this thing virtually, because it's more scalable, and then teach people how to do what I'm doing. So yeah, I think this new virtual venture is like just so new to me, and I can't wait for it to be producing, what I am used to producing with doors, because it's way more scalable. If I can do the same that I was doing on the doors but virtually, man, so many more people will be willing and able to do it. And so it's just more scalable. It's very hard to recruit a door knocker and then keep them in for a long time. Even with how much they make, it can be a grueling lifestyle. So I'm just freaking excited, man, and excited to see where this goes. So peace.